Welcome to Unqualified Experts, where the questions get wild on sides. Zia's got zero credentials, but she'll try to fix your life.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Unqualified Experts. Today, I'm joined by the lovely Sevvy Luv.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm
How
so
are you?
excited. I'm good. I'm good. I love the holidays. I love Christmas. I love the New Year's. I did this stream where I was giving everybody unsolicited advice about New Year's resolutions.
I like that.
Yeah, because like one of the things that's just so interesting to me is that at least in my perspective, like your resolutions should happen every day of the year, not just wait until January 1st.
Yeah, I
Right?
agree. I agree 100%. I actually had that conversation with my therapist, and she's like, I don't really like resolutions. I like intentions. I like setting
Yeah.
intentions for the year. Like, what are the things that we want to work on this year? And I was like,
Yeah.
I really like that like mindset shift. Because if you wait till
Mhm.
January and then you follow your resolution for a month or two and then it falls
You're kinda
apart, what are you going to
screwed.
wait until January again? That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, like you're screwed at that point, right? So one of the things I was telling folks is that it is really important that you think of who you are as a person and who you perceive yourself to be, and then what you do that year and your intentions, as you said, for that year end up being more about who you are and who you want to be. So I kind of love that. So I probably like I was like, oh, I'm gonna play God of War. No, never mind. Let's talk for an hour about resolution.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's a great way to start the year. This is, I mean,
Mhm.
God, this is what is it? What it's the second.
January
It's literally the
2nd.
second day of 2026. This is my first stream of 2026.
Oh,
Resolutions
very
are a great
exciting.
thing to talk about. Yeah. You're my first guest for 2026. That's also
Yay! I'm
exciting.
so excited. Let's
Yay.
go.
Also, hello, beautiful, lovely heathens. Thank you so much for joining me for another stream, for the first stream of 2026 with the beautiful Sevvy. I want to thank some people before we get started, too. Guys, backhand for 669. 69, sorry. Hi, hi, Sevvy, love and hugs with so many hearts. Backhand, thank you so much. Thank you for all the loves and all of the hugs. And RJP with a golden bird. Good evening, gorgeous, delightful, and adorable Shaw. I love how your eyes shine when you smile. Lots of heart, heart, heart. He always has the best compliments. He always says the sweetest things every time. It's just like my little heart just goes boop. It's so sweet. And then from Franklin as well with an Orange Boy 2330. I can't put my finger on it, but I think it's going to be a long night of awesome sound followed by a transdermal celebration. Ha 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 ha. Ween. Okay, this Frank. Frank. All right. We're gonna have to have another conversation about this, Franklin. When I'm doing a solo stream about what you thought of about Ween, or I'm gonna message you about it because Ween. Frank hates Ween, and I gave him some Ween songs to listen to, and it looks like he went and listened to some of these Ween songs. Maybe I don't know, but I want to hear I want to hear his
Nice.
thoughts on Ween. They're a weird band. Not a lot of people like them, and I get it, but I love them so much.
Nothing wrong with that. Like I'm still obsessed with Metallica and Fiona Apple, and nobody listens to them anymore. Like I
Nothing
listen
wrong
to
with
the
that.
old Metallica, not the new Metallica, because that's kind of weird, But like everybody's like Fiona Apple is so angry, and I was like, but that's like her energy.
That's why she's
It's like,
great.
yeah, it's like I'm getting ready to go to war. I'm getting ready to go to work. It's energetic, so I love it. I love
Bro,
that you like something like that.
you're preaching to the choir. I listen to all the same music I've always listened to, which my little brother is like, "See, what kind of music do you listen to?" My little brother and I have a pretty big age gap.
Mhm.
And he's been living with his mom for a while. So we still talk and like I see him when he visits and everything. Um Frank, you're about to know Ween. Anyway, sorry. Frank, thank you so much again. Sorry, Frank, backhand and RJP. We're at $39.99 towards the bikini goal. We are just one damn it. I'm so bad at math. 160, 5901, something like that, away from bikini.
The mods can figure it out. Your mods can do the math. That's my entire perspective on it. Is like your mods can tell you how close you are. You don't need to worry about it.
But you know what? And Backhand does. He does a great job of keeping track because I would never be able to. God, my math is terrible. Away from bikini, the first bikini stream of 2026 of the new year. That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I listened to all the same music and I was like, all the same music I always listen to, Logan. And he was like, well, what's that? And I was like, look, it's metal, Logan. It's all just metal. I listened to, Metallica, Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning were the first two Metallica albums I ever listened to. It's just the same. Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, but I also love Korn and like just all that's
Me too. I end up like sometimes randomly bursting into song, like just singing Korn, like dead bodies everywhere, and everybody looks at me and is like, what are you doing? And I was like, it's Korn, and they get the weirdest stares all the time.
Oh my God, someone has to do a remix. Do you remember that video of the little kid who loves Korn? And he's like, they got to do a remix with Korn, the band, and him going, I love Korn. Someone needs to do that. That would be
amazing.
Jason and Dallas said, hi, Z. I met Sevvy when Geeks and Gamers came to Dallas. She's a real one. This is going to be a great show.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited.
That's so awesome. Yeah, Korn is new metal. Mountain Bee Steve is coughs, the warning coughs. I never really got into the warning. Have you listened to a lot of them?
No, I have not. I have not because again, I end up sticking around the things that I know, you know. So it's like I will give things a try and kind of listen to, but I always end up just going back to listening to the same things I've always listened to.
Yep. Exactly the same. I'm exactly the same. Occasionally I'll discover a band that I like Healer is really, really good at like introducing me to bands that he thinks I would like, and I always end up liking them. Like Kublai Khan was one recently, so now they're like on my regular it's not even a workout playlist, it's just my regular playlist. Mountain Bee Steve, we got a gifted membership from Mountain Bee Steve as well. Mountain Bee Steve, thank you so much. It went to Melissa Jane. Yay, okay, hell yes, thank you, and that adds 5, so we are at
44 and 98.
Thank you, you're the best.
Well, I'm just reading what Backhand said.
Backhand, there we go.
This is not me doing math.
No, I don't know. I'm not looking at chat. Why am I trying to do math? This is just silly of me. Mountain Bee Steve with another gifted membership. Mountain Bee Steve, thank you so much. And that went to Rudolph Coco, another heathen added to the heathen army. I always say that we're going to take over the world, but don't worry, we'll have cool music. Thank you so much. Yay. Okay. So for anyone who doesn't know who you are, what type of content you do? Like, what are your streams? When did you start? How did you get into YouTube? Whole little.
Oh yeah. So brief background to kind of understand me a little bit, and I think this will help a lot too for folks who are trying to figure out. Like, I think she has an accent. Yes, I do. I am Colombian, but also I'm from Minnesota. So my accent is a mixture of Colombian and Minnesotan accent, which makes it unique sometimes, and sometimes hard to understand. So I do apologize for that. I'm also a lawyer by trade, so I have 2 channels. Yeah, I know, right?
That's so cool. So your day job, you're just like, I'm a lawyer. Now let me go play some video games. That is awesome.
Yeah. So, and I have 2 channels. I have a legal channel, and then I have a gaming stream channel, and I'm also part of Geeks and Gamers. So I join when they do their gaming streams. Sometimes I join Tuesday nights main event and stuff, but mostly I stream evenings around 7 p.m. and then I just go through games. So folks give me games, and right now I'm playing God of War Ragnarok, which is really fun. Just got done doing that. So just kind of go around, just depending on what games are out there, and I just play them, add my commentary, which is usually me being stupid because I'm just relaxing. I don't need to be focused. I can just relax and be stupid, which is amazing.
which you need to do after being a lawyer. Like, I can imagine that that's, even if it's maybe not a stressful day where you're in a courtroom or whatever, I'm sure it's still a lot of doing paperwork and
Mhm.
talking about, like,
It
I don't know what being a lawyer entails except for what they
it's a
show on
lot of
TV.
reading. Actually, it's a lot of reading and it's a lot of writing, which is part of like why one of my daily resolutions or my intentions, something that I've always tried to do, is like stop biting my nails, because when I'm reading, I start biting my nails, and I know it's gross and it's disgusting, and it's like, oh, this is so gross that I'm doing it. But it's just a lot of reading and writing.
Okay.
So there's not a lot of movement that comes into it. So I try to work out in the morning or work out after I come to work, and then get everything set up and just get to relax.
Yeah, it's nice when you get to turn that part of your brain off and
Yeah.
then do so, and gaming is just such a great way to do that because you get so
Mhm.
immersed in the story. It's something that I find myself procrastinating a lot, but I need to get back. I haven't really played anything in a hot minute, seriously, which I know,
Then
I
you
know.
need to play with me. Oh my god. We'll find we'll find something that you like. Do you like horror, or do you like
I
role playing type of games,
do.
or
I love horror. I love role playing. We did The Forest, and then my husband and I started playing Sons of the Forest, and then things got crazy busy. So we'll get back into that eventually. That game's really fun. I love Skyrim. I love Oblivion.
Mhm.
I love Minecraft. I love World of Warcraft, classic.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, a lot of stuff like that. But I like horror stuff. I'll go in any direction with that.
Because there's some fun games that you could do that are shorter. So there's like shorter indie games that are interesting. Like, for example, Escape the Backrooms,
Oh,
where you can play up to 4 people. So we could maybe like get X-Ray Girl to play with us, right? And you're basically, you can't fight back, but there's monsters that are like trying to kill you, right?
ooh,
And then you have to kind of like run around and kind of figure out like how you escape. So there's an horror element added to that. There's more horror based games like ghost games like Phasmophobia or Demonologist, or
oh
there are
yeah.
also other games like I'm trying to remember, like there is there is one. Okay, this one like made me laugh so much. It's so called like it's like your curse. It's like, I think it's like curse possession or something like that, where it detects your mic and it picks a cursed word, and if you say that word, then like you start getting hunted. And so
I love that
and you
idea.
don't know what the word is, so you don't know what it is.
I love that idea. That is such a great idea. That sounds fun. Yeah, because it's group games are different too. Like
Mhm.
I actually recently, you reminded me with the horror games. I played Little Nightmares 1 and 2, and I still
Yeah.
haven't played the third one yet, but I wanted to play that on stream and then I just never. Is it not good? Oh no, is it a dumpster fire? Nick said it's a dumpster fire. That sucks.
Oh no.
Damn. The first two were so good. That makes me so
Oh,
sad. I
that's
also got
sad.
2 from Deranged Lunatic. Deranged Lunatic, thank you so much. He said, "Good evening, lovely Zia, Sevvy, and my fellow heathens. Sevvy, are you going to join Zia in the bikini part of the stream?" I said she can, but there is no pressure at all.
Well, I will pass on that today,
Yeah.
but thank you so much.
It is all good. I know that's not for everybody. Usually the girls that do it with me, I know I said this to you, are OF girls, and so obviously they're like, "Yes, of course." That's like just like promotion or whatever. But yeah, it's totally, I'd never want anyone to feel like they like have to or anything. It's not a huge part of the stream. For me it is, but I'm from
Yeah.
Hawaii, so I'm used to I'm used to
Nice.
lounging around in a bikini. That's my natural habitat.
Oh, it is. See, and like for me, I love cold weather. So the times that I've had to go to Texas or Florida, I'm dying because it's so hot. It's like, can I please get back to my 20-30 degree weather, please?
So Minnesota is literally the perfect place for you.
Yeah, I love it, which is amazing. And people like for example, like 20-degree weather, this is like what I'll wear. I
Yeah.
have a tank top under this, right? But this is what I will wear when I go outside, because like it's like the perfect temperature. It's a little bit crispy, it's like a little bit crisp, the air smells
Yeah.
really nice, it's really fresh. But then like when you go to like Texas or you know, Florida, like it's just so hot. I feel like I'm breathing the water, like just like it's so much.
I haven't spent any real time in Texas. I stopped there for one night when I was driving from LA to New Jersey. And I haven't ever been to Florida, but I know I'm spoiled. I know it. I know it. Hawaii is just the weather is so moderate. It's so
Mhm.
beautiful.
Oh,
Like the
this is
hottest,
amazing.
yeah, hottest days you get there really are in the 80s. And like, yeah, sure, sometimes
Oh,
it gets
that's
hot.
perfect.
Yeah, but there's the everywhere's near the beach pretty much. So you're always getting a breeze. You could just go jump in the water anytime. So like weather-wise, I know I'm so spoiled and I'll never find that anywhere else in the world most likely. I'm sure there are some other places, but definitely nowhere else in the US. So I've already made my peace with that. I don't really want to live in a hot hellscape. I'm not a huge
Mhm.
fan of winter. That being said, I have really
Yeah.
grown to love fall weather. Fall is very nice.
Oh, fall is amazing. Fall weather is amazing. It's a
Yeah.
it's a perfect time to be outside.
It is. It
Mm.
is. It's a great time to go for walks because let
Yeah.
me tell you, going for walks in the summer, not my favorite thing.
No, me neither. Me neither. When it's the summer, I will refuse to go outside if at all possible.
Yeah. Yep, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, we have some questions here to get to, but I do want to thank everybody first. We're like well on our way to getting to bikini under the way. My goodness gracious, you guys, we're definitely over halfway.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's freaking amazing. Saw for a golden bird. Hi to the lovely Zia and Sevvy. Zia, you and Sevvy both like to play music, and Sevvy can speak different languages and is a lawyer. And if you tell her she can't do something, she will work that much harder. I love that. That's amazing. That is the
Oh
best
my
way to
god,
be.
yeah.
What do you
I
play?
was telling I was telling this story to my chat. I think it was yesterday or I don't remember exactly when it was, but about how I was told, "Oh, you should probably go into engineering or do something like that where you don't have to talk to people because you're not a very like social person." And then I was told, "Well, you probably shouldn't be a lawyer because, you know, lawyers are only for white males." And I was like, yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. I was
You're
like,
like,
really
really?
now? Really now? Well, then let me show you that I can do it.
You and I are very, very similar in that regard. When someone tells me I can't do something or shouldn't do something, I'm like, all right, well, now I'm doing it. Doesn't matter
Yeah,
what it is. I'm like,
exactly.
now I want
Yeah,
to do it. Like, it's just
exactly.
immediate.
And like just the main reason for that is just really that I mean, like, first of all, like, who are you to tell me that I can't do something? And then, like, second of all, it's like one of the things that I was really stressing during my stream was the fact that the main barrier to you accomplishing something is just you, is your brain saying, no, you can't do it. And there's a lot of people out there that put others down so they don't succeed because they take pleasure on the fact that they don't succeed and they do and you're not.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And I do think a lot of it is people are just insecure in themselves. And so they take
Oh,
that
yeah.
insecurity. I mean, projection, it's such a, what's the word I'm looking for? People are like, you can't talk for a living. You don't know words. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, watch me. I still don't know words,
Exactly,
but
right? But you can still talk and you still have opinions and people still love to hear you talk about them. So
even though I
you're
forget
proving them
words
wrong.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
that's okay. You don't need to know the words. You're good.
Thank you. Forget about words. But yeah, I know
Yeah.
projection is like a very kind of overplayed. Everybody goes, but it's so true. There's so much projection out there where it's
Mhm.
whatever people are feeling inside about themselves, they go and put onto you. And I have that happen
Yeah.
so much where people will tell me things about myself and I'm just like, where the fuck did you even get that from? And then it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it has to be projection. You're projecting whatever your own, like that's not even close to how I
Yeah.
see or feel. It's so weird. It's
Yeah.
so strange.
Yeah. And they do a lot of gaslighting with it too, which is
Yeah.
amazing that there's a term now for that, but they did a lot of gaslighting back then too.
I know. It's crazy. It is crazy. It's true. It happens all the time. They're like, "No, no, I didn't say that." And you're like, "Bitch, I have the receipt. You said it right here.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Here it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Hello."
They will start yelling and then they get mad at you when you're yelling back. It's like, well, why are you suddenly yelling? It's like, gee, like you were just yelling at me. And they're like, no, I didn't. It's like,
You really did, though. You really, really did. Yeah, those people like that drive me crazy. I'm like, stop it. I'm not insane. I know what happened. Oh my goodness. Another 2001 from Frank. You evened it up. Thank you so much. Now I don't have to think about maths. Frank is the best. He always evens it up. It's just amazing. Oh, thank
Oh,
you so
nice.
much. He said, stupid exchange rate. I haven't given Ween a chance yet, but I will. I promise. Okay, Frank. Fair enough. I didn't know if you just looked it up. Hi, Rod. If you just looked it up or if you actually knew some Ween songs, but okay. Frank, I'm curious to know what you will think of Ween. I love them. They're odd, I realize. But and then Blood of Heroes as well, with two Orange Boys after that in a row. 2 from Franklin, 2 from Blood of Heroes. Oh my God. RJP, Saw, Backhand. You guys are amazing. Hey, beautiful. Just want to say hi. Talking about music. I am a big In This Moment fan. Blood of Heroes, don't even get me started on In This Moment. They were my most listened to bands this last year in my Spotify wrap up. I love them so much. So much. Do you know In This Moment, Sevvy?
I don't, but I'll have to listen to them.
I think you would, judging by your music and that we have similar music tastes, I think you would love them. They're a metal band with a female singer. And oh my
I
God.
love it already. I love it already. I love it already.
One of my favorites. Yeah. That makes Blood of Heroes. Yes. That is amazing. Thank you so much. And then another one literally right after that. And then John Roberts with 5 gifted heathens. John Roberts, thank you so much. This is crazy, you guys. 1 to Harsh History, 1 to Crom Smites You, 1 to Grunge Head 47. Jesus. That's my projection. Michael, Gavin, Ollie, and 1 to Hardy Harmonica. That is 5 new heathens added to the heathen army. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I don't know what the math is on that, but I think we're really close.
Well, Backhand said 147 in chat.
Okay. Wow. We're very close. Thank you so much, you guys. Okay. Wow. Someone's saying so far, Sevvy can't finish Resident Evil Biohazard. I have a sneaking suspicion that you're about to finish that real quick now. You're going to be like, well.
Yeah, that game was a little bit terrifying, and nobody wanted to sit and voice chat with me while I played it. So it made it even worse. Like sometimes some games are worse when you're playing them alone.
Yes. Have you ever, oh my God, what is that game? It's Healer, you mother effer. Healer with 572. Healer, thank you so much. No. Healer with 572. Thank you so much. But I see what you're doing. 572, and he said hi, Frank. So I don't know where that puts us now. Something with math. God, Frank, I would die if I could get Maria on. I would die happy, but that Maria Brink is the singer for In This Moment, and she's just so awesome. I just love her. But yes, okay. I'm getting very distracted here. Were we going on to questions, or was I in the middle of asking you something? I'm so sorry.
No, I think we were going on to questions. You were about to go into a question.
Okay, there we go. I was like, I was saying something. All right, so my best friend sat me down and openly told me he has feelings for my girlfriend. Oh, good. When I talked to her, she said she already knew this, and that she's okay with him feeling that way because it's honest. She says it doesn't change anything between us, but I feel really weird and uncomfortable about the whole situation. How would you handle this? I don't want to overreact, but it feels like a major boundary has been crossed, and I can't even understand why. Well, he's not wrong. A major boundary has definitely been crossed. Who does that?
It is a little bit weird that he would decide to tell that to his friend. Also, kind of wondering how she knew about it.
Yeah, well, it sounds to me like he told her already, so she knew, and then didn't tell her boyfriend. If one of my husband's friends came to me and was like, "Hey, I have feelings for you," the first thing I would be doing is be like, "Nick, dude, what the fuck?"
It's suspicious that she kept it to herself.
Yeah,
like because like maybe I don't know. I'm like completely like sometimes it's hard to tell for me when somebody actually likes me or doesn't like me or they're just being friendly. So it's like, how would I know? And then if I've in the moments where I have guys like come and tell me that they like me, I'm like, I think they're just like saying as a friend. Like my mind doesn't go there, right? Yeah. So the fact that she knew about it And she's like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Like, that seems a little bit suspicious to me. And also, why would the friend ruin the friendship by just telling that to him?
Yeah, it's never gonna go well. It's never gonna go well. If you have feelings for a friend's girl or whatever, or a friend's boyfriend, whichever way it's going, for the love of God, go get therapy and work that shit out because no,
Yeah.
you're gonna ruin a friendship.
Hmm.
At the very least, at the worst, you're gonna ruin a friendship and a relationship. And you're
Yeah.
probably not gonna end up with the girl. So I just don't ever think that this is a good idea.
Yeah, it's never a good idea. Like, I never ever would date somebody that was going out with a friend or their exes of friends. Like, those are like big like no's for me, because I'm not touching that. It's disrespectful to your friends to do that. And it's like, just I just know in my head there's just a no. So it's like, it's never gonna happen.
Mhm.
It's just weird. It's just weird.
I agree. I think that there's a problem. I don't know if I can say that this is a recent thing. It's not like I've lived in other time periods in life, so I don't know if this is just something that's a more modern problem, but I do think that a lot of people could work at being better with boundaries within
Hmm.
relationships. Like, I really think boundaries, and it's important to discuss those boundaries with
Yeah.
your partner as well beforehand, to be like, "Hey man, what makes you uncomfortable? This is what makes me uncomfortable. Let's be respectful of this," because relationships are hard enough as it is. You don't need to add a
Yeah.
bunch of outside bullshit into it.
Well,
That's too much.
that's a healthy way to approach it, is to have
Yeah,
boundaries. And a lot of people are afraid to have boundaries because they think, oh, if I do boundaries, then this is gonna turn this person off. Right.
right.
If I know, like, before I've been like, if I'm considering entering into a serious relationship with a guy, I will sit them down and then explain my boundaries and explain, like, these are big no's for me,
Yeah.
right? This is what I'm like comfortable with. And like, if you do this, I will get really, really pissed off. Or if you do this, like, you will like hurt me. Well, I'll get really sad and depressed. Like you have to be respectful. You need to put those boundaries on,
Mhm.
because it's really important for you to allow yourself to do self-care, and it's part of self-care as well. And that is the healthy way to have a relationship. Not setting up those boundaries is how you get toxic relationships.
Yep, I could not agree more. It is. It's so true. I do want to just make sure I do this before I forget, and I don't want you to think I didn't see it, Reese. Reese, I saw the gifted membership. Thank you so much. It went to Zanron. It did not go to MA, but thank you, Reese, so much for the gifted membership. That's another heathen to the heathen army. Okay, back to the yeah. I definitely think that more people are not more people than not are not really equipped for being in relationships.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I do think that there's this a lot of people get into it and they think, "Well, I'm losing my freedom and my girlfriend, boyfriend won't let me do this." And before we say this, there are controlling relationships where you do have partners who are being
Yeah.
unreasonable and who are controlling in a very toxic, negative way. That being said, that being
Hmm.
said, when you enter into a relationship, it's no longer about just you anymore. It's about
Hmm.
the other person and it's about just the relationship that you have together. And so you have to think about that in the decisions that you make. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I do think that some people, and again, talk about this up front. Some people are okay with flirting. Some people are like, yeah, I don't care if you flirt as long as
Yeah.
don't sleep with someone or whatever it is. Everyone
Yeah.
has different sort of boundaries or what makes
Yeah.
them comfortable in a relationship. And if someone says, hey, man, this is really going to hurt me, and you're like, well, I'm losing my freedom, I'm going to do it anyway, you shouldn't be in that relationship.
Yeah. And another thing too that I've learned a lot, and I remember I learned this in college. And when I learned it at the beginning, I was hurt. When my boyfriend at the time told me this, I was really hurt. But then I started to think about it. It's like, oh, he's right. Because at the time, I was feeling really jealous that like he had all these friends that were girls, and I was like, well, like, why are you going out with them instead of spending time with me, type of thing. And then like he sat me down and he said, like, look, I need you to understand that a relationship is a choice, right? And I'm choosing to be in this relationship, and nothing you can do, and this becomes important too also, and I'll put a little pin to that, right? Nothing you can do that is within your control would make me stay, right? So it's more of I am choosing to be with you, and there needs to be trust in that relationship, because at any time he could have decided, no, I'm just gonna get up and walk away, and there's nothing that you could do to prevent this person from walking away.
That's true.
Legally speaking, right? And I remember at the time when he said it, I was really mad, and I talked to my mom and I talked to my sister, and they both like sat me down. Also, my therapist also sat me down and said, well, that is kind of true. There is things that you can control and things you cannot control. You can control what you do. You can control the type of person that you are. You cannot control somebody else, right? And
Yeah.
that's part of being in a healthy relationship, and a stress healthy, is having trust and having communication becomes really important.
Yeah, I agree. I agree big time. What is the pin? We're coming back to
Oh,
the pin in it.
oh no, the
I'm
pin.
curious.
No, the pin is that.
Oh, okay,
There's
okay, okay.
things
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
cannot control and things you
Gotcha.
can
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
control. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. But at the same time, if it's something that you're incredibly uncomfortable with and they're not really willing to make
Yeah.
adjustments to be in a relationship, then that also
You need
probably
to go.
isn't the relationship for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And again, goes down to self-care. Like, why would you put yourself in a toxic relationship where you're unhappy? Right.
Mhm.
And I say toxic because your boundaries are not being respected.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. How did if you don't mind me asking, how did that relation did it end? Or are you guys still together, or how did that go?
No, it ended. They ended up moving to a different state because of graduate school. So
Okay.
at
All
that
right. Yeah.
point, just moved to different states.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
we're still friends. It's just much harder to have a relationship when you're not in the same state and you're not seeing each other all the time.
Yeah, long distance is really tough, and if you're not planning on eventually being in the same place, usually
Yeah,
it just will kind
yeah,
of yeah.
and they wanted to go live in a different country, so not much
Oh,
I can do about it. Yeah.
no. I mean, that's cool, but yeah, there's not if you're like, "That's not really what I wanna do," so I guess,
Yeah,
yeah.
it doesn't fit because being a lawyer, you're tied to the state that you're admitted to.
Right.
And like, if you want to be admitted to practice law in a different state, you have to pass the bar again over there or figure out a way to get admitted there. So it's a big hassle to do it. And you can't practice really in another country. It's much harder because you're not, you're not legally allowed to practice law in the United States in a different country. So it's
Right.
much different. You're kind of tied to the state that you're in.
Right, unless you wanna take the bar in another state and, like, get a license to practice in another state, but that's a whole thing because they have different laws in different states, right? So I would
Yeah.
imagine it's a completely different set of laws that you have to learn and memorize, which that's a
Yeah.
lot.
It's really it's a hassle.
It's it sounds like a hassle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. If they're like, "Hey, I wanna go do this thing." You're like, I practice law in Minnesota. This is where I live. Like, this is what
Mhm.
we're doing." Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, Remy, it's true. He's like, it's not like you can't study for the bar if it's worth it. And that's totally true. If it's
Yeah.
somewhere that you're like, no, I really want to make this move, you can do that.
Oh yeah. If like, for example, if I was in a relationship, I really wanted to be with this person and we both agreed and we talked about it to go to a different state, I would look into how to pass the bar in a different state. It's doable. It's not something that I want to do at this moment in time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
like, for now, no. If the,
For
we'll
now, I'm
cross
gonna
that
have
bridge
happy
when we
here in
get to it.
Minnesota.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm sure there are plenty of people in Minnesota. Well, actually, I don't even know. Are you single?
Yeah.
Unless that's a part that you don't want to share. You are okay. Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't. I sorry. Should have asked beforehand if there's like stuff you don't want to talk about. But I'm sure that there are plenty of great guys in Minnesota too. So it's not like you have to
Yeah.
move for that. Frank, Franklin, 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 4228. Franklin, you look what you did. He evened it up, and I think he got us there. I think he got us there. I'm sure someone will screw this up before it hits, but here we go. I think this is it. Thank you so much. Wow. I think that's bikini.
Oh
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
You hit it so fast.
That was so quick. I know we're like that we're like 30
We're
minutes
30
into the
minutes in.
stream. We've only done one question. We'll get to a second one. Frank, thank you so much. What? I don't think I ever did. Thank you so much. Seriously, backhand, is that it? I'm pretty sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is crazy. Was this maybe? I want to say yes. 3:36. Yep, it is. Bikini 3:36 time. Let's freaking go. I'll be right back. Thank you so much. I'll be able to hear you, and then I'm going to keep this in my ear.
Sure.
But I'm just going to step over this way, and I'll be back in like 1 second.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Wait, no. Camera off just in case. I don't want to accidentally. You never want to accidentally, flash on YouTube.
Yeah. They'll get your stream pulled down really, really fast. But you know, guys, just because she hit the goal does not mean you cannot keep sending her super chats and donations. So what you should do is please send her some more donations because she's lovely. And she's over here for the first stream of the year. You guys should be like, you know what? You're amazing. Let me do part of a resolution to send Xia a little bit of more money. So go ahead.
You're so sweet. So sweet. So sweet. We do have more goals. The second
Leave
one is
Sevvy with us unsupervised. Oh, well, you know what? I'll tell you guys the story. So people know generally I'm not really that great at cooking. And for New Year's, my dad decided to make a ajiaco again. And I was like, you know what? I will help you. So I went to the stove and I was like, okay, well, I got it. This is like a stove that has like gas. So you hear the little clicking sound, So I grabbed the little dial and I pressed on it down because I think that's how you move it. So I pressed it down and then I started to move it and it was clicking. So you hear the click, 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 but there was no there was like no fire. And I was like, why is there no fire? And I kept doing that for like 10, 20 minutes. And then here comes my dad running. We're like, what are you doing? You're going to kill us all. No, you can't do that. So like he banned me from the kitchen after that. And this was only like 2 days ago. And he's like, no, like you have to turn it quickly because when you hear that click, 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 it means gas is coming out of the stove. And then the gas smell hit me. And I was like, oh, I almost killed everybody in the house. So he's like, you know what? Maybe we should start with something simpler than turning on the stove.
Maybe microwave buttons?
No, but he did let me, after he turned it on, he did let me contribute to the cooking.
That is so funny. Hey, look, electric cooker. Yeah, someone said electric cooker. Yeah. You could get an electric stove that you don't have to worry about gas or anything like that. But to be fair, just because you didn't know about the gas in the stove, I remember learning about that when I was young also because my dad yelled at me. I was probably like 7 or 8 and I don't know what the hell I was trying to make. I was trying to make something. My dad used to make this thing for us when we were little that I still think about to this day, and I haven't made one in so long. But I really want to make one. He would just get a flour tortilla and he would melt it and toast it up with a crap ton of butter and cinnamon and sugar. And then he would just roll it up and it was like the cinnamon, sugary, buttery. I think that's what I was trying to make because I was like, this is so good. And I did the same thing. And my dad was like, no, you're going to blow up the house. But I was like 7 or something like that. But anyway, that doesn't mean that you can't cook. It just means that you didn't know about the clicker on the stove. You could still cook amazing, delicious food. And now you know.
And now I know. Now I did learn. Fantastic, sarcastic, and just tell her about the teapot story. All right, this will be hopefully. I don't know. I can tell you more stories because my life has been absolutely crazy, insane. But the teapot story was I was in law school. And this was after like classes ended. And I was like, you know what I really want? I really want some tea, right? Because it was the winter. I had the hockey game on. I was like, this is going to be amazing. So I got like this really fancy teapot from Wheelings and Sonoma. It was like seafoam green. It was a beautiful green color with a little bit of blue in it. It was just absolutely gorgeous. and I was renting at the time. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna put water in, just gonna turn on the stove. This was not a stove with gas. This was a normal stove, you know. And I was like, this is gonna be great. So I put it in, I turn on the stove, you know, and then I go back to watching the hockey game. And then I get a call from a friend, and they're like, so, like, you know, what are you doing? I was like, oh no, like I'm just making tea. I was like, oh really? And I was like, oh shit, my tea. Because by this time, 2 periods on a hockey game had already passed.
How long are the periods on a hockey game? So I'm not familiar
Like
with
30
hockey.
minutes. 30 minutes.
Okay, that's like,
And
yeah,
there's
that's an hour.
And there's usually an in between, like an intermission of 15 minutes in between, right? And I was like, holy shit, okay, this is like a 1-bedroom apartment that I was renting. So like the living room was like right next to the kitchen, right? So I run to the kitchen, and I turn off the stove, and I look, and it's like there is no water anymore. So all the water, and I put a bunch of water, it all evaporated. And I was like, okay, well, this is a fail. I go to grab the teapot to move it to a different
Burner.
over, yeah, to a different burner. And I can't. So I'm moving it, and then the stove moves up with it. And I was like, what the hell? Why is this stuck? This is not supposed to be stuck at all. And I look, and the paint in the teapot had melted. It had melted and like gone inside, like between the teapot metal and the stove metal. It melted and it got stuck in it. So I couldn't remove it, and I was like, oh my god. And then yeah, kettles are supposed to whistle. Apparently this kettle did not come with a whistle. Later I found out that apparently when you buy the kettles from Williams Sonoma, the whistle comes separately, so you have to install it. It's like there were no instructions, and there was no whistle whatsoever.
Wait, Williams Sonoma is supposed to be fancy, and you literally have to buy your whistles separately? That's crazy.
Yeah. So at that point, I was like, well, fuck that shit. I am not having tea anymore.
That happened to something very similar happened to this is hilarious. Reminds me, I was living with my aunt for a couple years, and my cousin, she had 2 sons. My cousin Aaron was making saimin, which is like kind of very similar to ramen, similar sort of thing. And he did the same thing, but it was just a regular metal pot that he put on the burner, and she had an electric stove. And then he forgot about it, and all of the water boiled out, and the pot started melting into the stove. I think she had to get a new stove. She was so pissed.
Yeah. See, the difference was I was renting. I just left, and they didn't tell me anything about it. I was like, I'm not renewing this anymore. I'm just leaving to a different part of town.
Did you get your deposit back?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's great.
They probably didn't mind it. They probably thought it was a cute aesthetic, you know, to have a little bit of paint in the stove.
Yeah, you move in, you're like, oh, this stuff has decorations. I like this.
Yeah. It was on the burner, under the burner. It was like the paint went everywhere.
Oh, that's so funny. So funny.
Yeah.
I feel like someone in the chat, it was Healer, said, lawsuit. Maybe you can sue Williams Sonoma and be like, why are the whistles sold separately? What is this crap?
Yeah. Well, there was no damages. There were no damages, so nothing. I think like if a fire had started, my home renter's insurance would have filed a lawsuit against Williams and Sonoma.
Okay. Yeah. And then usually what happens there is Williams Sonoma just has insurance, and their insurance pays out the settlement, right? That's like
That's basically what happens.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god.
Healer says, okay, she's not coming to Kentucky.
Healer's like, hold on, never mind.
Yeah, before he was like, there's a bar you can take in Kentucky. And now he's like, never mind. We don't want your kind here.
Don't burn anything down. Okay, yeah, maybe I guess I understand why everybody in chat is very vehemently saying that you should not be cooking. I guess I get it.
Yeah. But I'm still learning. I'm getting better at it, so it's all good.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something that it takes practice. You can't just magically cook. Like it's,
Yeah.
you know, I can cook. My food comes out edible, sometimes even
Mhm.
tasty, but I'm not like like a cook where you're like, "Oh, wow, this is like
Yeah.
amazing gourmet." My food is edible. That's how
Yeah.
I describe it. I have edible food, but I also mostly, for the most part, I'm just meal prepping my food like
Mhm.
99% of the time. I just make big batches. Lately, and I go through where I don't know if this is an ADHD thing. I've read that it is, but I don't know how accurate that is. Um, I hyperfixate. I'll, like, find a meal that I love, and then I'll eat that until I'm sick of it. So I'll just eat the
Mhm.
same thing every day for weeks, sometimes months, and then I'm like, "Okay, I can't eat that. I gotta find something else," and move on to that. But lately, it's just been, lean ground beef,
Mhm.
um, over rice with a little Japanese barbecue sauce, kimchi, and broccoli, and it's been my favorite thing lately. It's so good. I had that for dinner tonight. So that's, like, the kinda shit that I'll cook. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it works. If I'm gonna eat something, like, super tasty or fancy, I'll just go out. Like, if I want,
Mhm.
like, a really good meal, I'll go out or
Mhm.
I'll get fast food. It's trash, but I love it.
Yeah.
Mm. I love a good, like, McDonald's every once in a while. Okay, I have another one, and this one I think is gonna be perfect for both of us. Okay.
Oh.
I, 33 female, was told I was a little immature by a man, 38 male, because of my woman cave, for lack of a better term. I have a special room in my house that's devoted to all the things I love. It houses my immense pinned insect collection. That's cool. My Elden Rings slash Souls figurines and decor, my Futurama portraits, and the rest of my video game memorabilia. I'm torn. On one hand, I really like this person and want to continue dating. No, fuck this guy. He has a great personality and we have fun together. But I also don't appreciate being called immature for loving the things I do. I'm a working professional with a comfortable salary, responsible, and I have my life together. I did bring up his comment, but he just mentioned I have immature interests and not that I am explicitly immature. Is it worth continuing or should I let this one go? I don't see myself changing, but I also don't want to be so inflexible that I push people away. That was rude what he said, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed for you.
Yeah, that was rude. I mean, I mean, I have Hello Kitty stuff. As you can see, I have a bunch of like stuff around like this. Like my streaming room is where I keep most of my memorabilia stuff. I don't think it is immature. It's just something that you like. It's just a passion of yours. It's a hobby. There's nothing wrong with who you are as a person. And if somebody can't accept who you are, when your passion is not harming anybody and you're not harming yourself, then that's no, I would have a sit down conversation with this individual and really ask what they meant by being immature, because yeah, like you see men, they have hobbies, they have man caves, and people don't call them immature.
Mhm. Well, actually, that might not be true. I think some women do. But this is a hill that I will die on. And Healer said the exact same thing in the chat. Never settle from your hobbies.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever. Because if you're with someone, first of all, that annoys the shit out of me. Your interests are immature. What other interests is she allowed to have? The stock market? Like, what things that she can be into that's deemed, she pays her bills.
Hmm.
She has a job. She says she has a comfortable salary. All her shit's taken care of. And it's not
Yeah.
even like it sounds like she doesn't even have it all over her entire house. It's in one room of the house.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that guy sounds like an asshole. I'm just annoyed by him. Old Nerdy said it too. Dude sounds like a stuffy jackass. He does. Also, hi
Hmm.
Nerdy and hi Courtney. Courtney said, "Not gonna lie, I thought women cave met her lady bits." That really made me laugh on the so funny. But yeah, I am literally gonna die on that hill. That what is a hobby that you're allowed to have when you grow up, dude? Life is hard and life is short, and a lot of people have to
Yeah.
work a lot and do things that they don't necessarily enjoy doing to make ends meet. Let them have their hobbies. It doesn't matter how old they are. They can play video games. I still read like fantasy and horror books. Leave me the fuck alone. And
Yeah.
I'll build my damn Legos, and I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about it.
Exactly.
Sorry, I'm like so annoyed by that. Wow.
No, well, I mean, also like fantastic point. Has a really good point. Hobbies are part of who you are. It's an
Mhm.
expression of yourself. It sounds like they don't like everything about you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, it absolutely sounds like there might not be compatible if
Yeah,
he
that might not be
knows.
the right person.
Yeah. It sounds like he's great and everything, and I don't even think that you have to have the same hobbies, but I
Mhm.
think that you need to be understanding and accepting of the things that your partner likes, and I also think that there's something to be said for, getting into something because your partner is into it too, and I don't mean forcing yourself to like it, because sometimes it's not just gonna be for you, but being open to be like, "Oh, this person really loves this. I'm so honored and excited that they wanna share it with me." And sometimes you find yourself getting into a hobby that you didn't know that you would have gotten into
Yeah.
if it weren't for the person that you're dating.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of goes back to the conversation we had before about like boundaries,
Yeah.
right? Setting up your boundaries,
Yep.
having like self-respect for yourself, right? Like, and one of the things I don't understand too is like, why would you settle for somebody that doesn't accept you?
I agree. I agree.
I don't think people should settle ever, in my opinion.
No, it's better to be alone than to be
Yeah.
I feel like there's nothing worse than being with someone just to be with someone, but then feeling lonely in a relationship. That's such a sad.
Yeah.
You may
Hmm.
as well be alone and have lots of friends and family and people that you love and enjoy spending time with, that you
Hmm.
can fill your life with and be with someone who obviously is not
Yeah.
100% on about you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, Old Nerdy's right. People say there's someone for everyone. I believe there are many people for everyone. Go meet one of them. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can find your person. There are a bunch of people out there that you would be compatible with. Go find that person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. All right, moving on. Look, girl, get out of this relationship. He sounds like he sucks.
Yep.
All right. So this guy said, okay, so I'm a male, 39. I have been married for 4 years. I was going to use the bathroom and left my phone in the kitchen. I was last on Facebook, but my phone clicked some random guy's profile. My wife went to go on my phone and saw the random guy. And when I left the bathroom, she started asking me who he was, why I was checking his profile. I had no idea and said it must have been a mistake. Well, cut to today, and I was watching some old wrestling matches, and I accidentally spilled my drink on myself and proceeded to take off my stuff so I could clean it. While I was in the laundry room, my wife comes home and sees the wrestling match and sees me naked. Oh, she left and later. I see where this is going. She left and later came back to ask me if I was gay. I started laughing, explaining to her the situation, but
No.
he seemed like he wasn't believing me. Does anyone know what to do if your wife thinks you're gay?
um I mean, it sounds like there's more problems there.
Like, right? You can't just think your husband's gay from only those two instances. There's got to be
That's
something else,
yeah.
right?
Just yeah. There has to be way more stuff happening.
Like I can honestly say that if that happened with Nick, who first of all, look, we all do this. We're all nosy about people on like if it's someone that you knew in school, if it's an ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend and you're like, "Oh, this is who she's." Like there are so many reasons to be on a guy's page. Or yeah, it was just in the for you where they have the friend
Yeah.
suggestions and you accidentally clicked on it. Like there are just so many really I wouldn't even think twice about it. It wouldn't even cross my mind. And then same thing with like the wrestling. I would maybe make a joke about it just because that's how I am and that's the type of relationship that we have, but I wouldn't actually think that. It would take a lot for me to
Ah,
actually think that for real. So,
yeah. There has to be way more things happening.
yeah. That just doesn't make any sense. Are they like yeah, maybe is watching Chody with no pants on, Camelot? Then maybe yes, I'd
Oh,
be like, "Hold on a second."
yeah. Well, maybe like the conversation needs to be of why don't you tell me, and like maybe let's have a conversation about why you feel that I am gay. Like
Yeah,
explain to me, and let's
yeah.
have a conversation about it. Um I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe have a conversation, be honest. I have no idea.
This one is so
This is
weird.
weird.
This one is so weird. Yeah, I agree. I guess just there's not much more you can do there to be like, all right, you need to sit down and explain to me why you think I'm gay
Mhm.
for real. Cause intimacy issues. Like maybe he's not sleeping with
Yeah,
her. Maybe he's like turning her down, and then she saw that. Like maybe
could be.
that's
Maybe
possible.
maybe he dresses very metrosexual-ish. Maybe he has a lot of gay friends. I have no idea.
You know, Remy, maybe if she caught him with a wiener in his mouth, that would be a valid reason to be like, hey.
That doesn't sound right.
Oh, yeah, there's got to be more to it. I
Mhm.
don't see this being it. Um, I'm really trying to think of an instance where I would legitimately be worried about that. Yeah, I guess all he needs to do is be like, "Hey, what's really making you think I'm gay? Like, you need to give me specific instances because if
Yeah.
it's just those two, then she's crazy." Yeah, it sounds like a sitcom situation or like he's or that it's made up, like, because it's so silly.
Yeah.
Wait.
Or there's like something else going on because usually like folks only give one version of the story and not the entire version. So like definitely there's more going on.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I agree. I think you're right. And whenever someone says, it's so funny, and those like, am I the asshole on Reddit? Those pages always make me, or those always make me laugh because it's either super one sided, and
Oh
then
yeah.
the spouse will come in and be like, well, actually, this is what happened, and people are like, wow,
Yeah.
dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And or they'll go on and they'll be so clearly the asshole that you're like, either you're the most insane narcissist sociopath I've ever met, or you really think you're the right in this situation, and I don't know which is worse. Like,
Yeah.
that's some of them are crazy.
Yes.
Hate breed, yes. But yeah, it's the Remy, Frank, I don't know if they're having sex. She didn't say whether or not they're having sex, or he didn't. So like that's what I'm kind of wondering, because maybe if they're not having sex at all, that could be why, or at least part
Yeah.
of the reason why. Um wow, moving on. Sorry, good luck, guy, if that's real.
Yeah.
I, 43 female, I'm a single mom and have 2 kids. My son is 17 and my daughter is 14 months. Last week, I noticed a stain on my dirty panties while doing laundry. At first, I thought it was some discharge from my she just straight up said vagina. Wow. Yesterday
Okay.
I was checking the baby that seems like a lot for some reason. Yesterday I was checking the baby monitor and I saw my son sneaking into my room and taking my bra and panties. I don't know how to talk to him about this without making him feel too uncomfortable about it all. What should I do? What? I just want you to know,
What?
I don't see these beforehand. Nick does all the prep work for this so that I don't know what they are. So my reactions are, uh, it's like Ed Gein.
I'm confused.
So her son is taking them. Is he putting them on?
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, boy, oh boy. The son is 17. 17. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting.
Okay.
Wow. I
Actual
think
son.
I think you need to get a therapist involved.
Mhm. Yep.
That's what I would do. I don't think there is a right way to have a conversation, so get a therapist involved.
That's what I want to know. Slasher and Healer said the same thing that I went. A sudden Booch might be talking about this too. That I don't want to know. Bartholomew came in
Oh,
and said
no.
I had to pause my game. What?
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is weird.
See a size 14, would you? Yeah, my first thought was like a Norman Bates situation, which Norman Bates is based on, at least I think it's
Mhm.
based on Ed Gein, right? And Ed Gein apparently used to do that. I would be, look, I don't like to judge too much. I don't really care what people do in their own personal lives. But the fact that and if he's trans or whatever, he's got to figure that out. I don't know. I'm not going to judge too much. That being said, the fact that they're his mom's and it seems like he's wearing them,
It's weird.
it's weird. It adds a whole other layer of weird. And what if he is jerking in them? That's what they were saying. And that was my first thought. And
Yeah.
I was like, no,
That's so gross, dude.
it's so
Stop,
gross.
stop. Yeah, I don't know,
I
man.
don't like it.
I would say definitely get a therapist involved and figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Oh no, Frank. Yeah, you gotta get a therapist involved. Frank, no. No, Frank. Oh God. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. Why ask a therapist when you can ask random people on the internet? Strangers give the best life advice and candy. You know what? I like the way this guy thinks. I love me some stranger candy. Just kidding. You don't want stranger candy. Yeah, this is a whole other this is a this yeah, this is a whole other level. Let's just move on now. RJP, I did too, and I think moving on. I 43 female. I'm a single mom and have 2 kids. My son is 17 and my daughter's. Oh wait, no, I did this already. Jesus, I don't want to read that again. What's wrong with me? I'm a 19-year-old female. My boyfriend is 22. This is my first relationship ever, but he's been in several before. We've been dating since July. The other day I had an idea that I thought would be kind of hot and fun, recording ourselves just making out and watching it later together. Nothing crazy, us fully clothed, and absolutely just for us. No sharing, no posting, no one else ever seeing it. I asked him if he'd be interested, and his reaction completely shocked me. He got really angry right away. I tried to explain what I meant and reassured him that it would only be for us. But instead, he started calling me a slut and a wannabe OnlyFans girl. Oof. I've apologized over and over. I told him I didn't want to do it anymore and that I shouldn't have brought it up and that I completely respect if he's not into something like that. If he just said, no, I'm not comfortable with that, I would have accepted 100% and moved on. But he hasn't stopped being mean. Even after all my apologies, he keeps insulting me and throwing it in my face. It really hurts. I feel embarrassed and ashamed, even though all I did was ask a question. I don't know what to do now or how to fix this. Girl, I will tell you how to fix this. Get the hell out of there. This guy sounds like a
Yeah.
giant asshole, psycho, freaking crazy. This is only going to get worse. Absolutely not. Holy shit.
Yeah, I agree. She should get out of that relationship as soon as possible because I mean like you're gonna have disagreements in a relationship and that's gonna be fine. Everything is not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna be happy with each other all the time. You're gonna be mad, you're gonna be upset, you're gonna be frustrated. But what he's doing is not acceptable. So she should definitely get out of there.
Yeah, I cannot emphasize enough that that's not a normal reaction to that
No, it's
at
weird.
all. Yeah, like that's not. It wasn't like she was like, "Hey, let's make porn with me to put out on the internet." Which, by the way, also, if your partner comes to you and says that, that I think is if that's not something that you want to do, that's a very valid reason to leave the relationship. If your partner is like, "Hey, let's make porn," and you're like, you know what? I think maybe we have different ideas of what we like, how private or public we like to keep our sex life. Absolutely not for me. It's time for me to go. Or no, or no. And then if they keep bringing it up and keep pressuring you, then you need to leave. Nothing should warrant that reaction. That's insane.
Yeah, that's weird. That's just
That's
weird.
so
It makes me wonder too, like why did he have such an intense reaction to it? That's not normal. So that tells me there's something else going on.
yeah, I agree with you 100%. There's definitely something else going on.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah. That's not wow.
that's crazy.
That's how people end up in abusive relationships. It starts with something where they're like, "Oh, I'm in the right." It makes it feel like they did something wrong. And so they're sitting there trying to figure out why the person that was so sweet and so nice to them suddenly flipped on something. Um and and then eventually they're in a situation where the other person gets more and more extreme and it sneaks up on them and they don't realize how it happened. So first sign of this, get out. I know it's hard, but do it before it
Yeah.
gets any longer in the relationship. Elsa Barrett, thank you so much for being a member for 8 months and supporting my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a heathen. He said, Hail Sevvy.
Hello.
Yay! Thank you so much. Remy, that's a good point. He didn't want her finding his OF account, and Frank is like, I can just say.
It could be. It could be. It could be.
Yeah, that's a crazy red flag. That's true. I wonder, it could be that Frank is right. There's just a bunch of bundle of sticks in all of these stories. Golly. That's a joke. All right. Moving on. I think I'm losing my mind. Any advice is appreciated. My boyfriend and I are both the same age, and we have been together for 2 years. They're both 28. Anytime he mentioned an actress he found attractive, it would be like Angela Bassett or Michelle Pfeiffer. I would always ask when they were younger, and he'd say no, that he only finds them attractive lately. I recently also found out his past relationships were all with women 40 plus. He also has a bit of a wandering eye. Not like weird or anything, but he is like a magnet to older women. If I leave him at Barnes& Noble, I'll come back to him making casual conversation with some older lady and making her laugh. Usually they approach him. He wouldn't cheat as he is very principled, respectful, and a gentleman, but I notice he definitely has a thing for women 40 to 50, maybe even 60. Other than that, he's super affectionate, kind, sweet, romantic, and very successful, tall, and handsome. My friends say I'm delusional to worry so much and to just leave it be. I confronted him about it yesterday, and he said that he is just excited for the time we're both older, and that yes, he has a preference, but it doesn't mean he's not attracted to me. This kind of freaked me out, and I might have implied in a subtle way that maybe something happened to him when he was younger. Ooh, girl. Or that it's tied to the fact that he's no contact with his mother. He got really mad at me for implying he has mommy issues and now is not speaking to me. Is this more common than I realized? Do I keep pushing on this and suggest therapy?
Oh my God.
All right. To me,
Well,
this girl has the problem here, but
yeah.
I'm curious to hear
Yeah.
what you think.
Yeah. So first things, I don't think it's appropriate for her to assume that he had issues, with his childhood, or assume that he has issues with his mom. If
Yeah.
he did, then he should come to her when he feels comfortable, not because she's leading like an inquisition against him. That's not the right way to be in a relationship
Yeah.
ever. And then two, I think like who cares?
Yeah.
If it's not like he's acting on it. Like who the fuck cares? There's gonna be plenty of attractive people out there and plenty of people that are not attractive, right? You can't control what other people are doing or looking at or anything like that. The only thing they can, the only thing that you can control is you and your relationship with them. And if you get mad because they're looking at other females that they find to be attractive, then that seems to be more of a you problem.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah. I think this girl is definitely has some insecurity stuff that maybe she needs to
Mhm.
work on. I think she should go to therapy.
Yeah.
She said it, he would never cheat. He's very principled.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound like he actively goes after it. It's just they go up to him probably because he's
Mhm.
attractive. He's not doing anything wrong. And the fact that she's so weirded out because he likes older women, like, dude, you should be pumped because you're gonna get older.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
this
gonna
is a
love you
great
even
thing.
more. He's gonna love you
Yeah.
even more when you get older. Usually it's older people going after younger folks.
Yes. Yes. And that's what a lot of women and look, I hate to say this, what a lot of women actually do have to worry about is being replaced or their husbands going after someone younger. And I'm sure some girls do it too, but 100% the fact that he likes older women to me should be a freaking plus. I don't know why she's
Well,
so weirded out by this.
it's weird.
It's very weird. Who care? I know, I know, Frank. That's what I'm
I
saying.
Yeah, I think she would still, honestly, I think she would still have the problem if he was looking at other women that were her same age.
Yeah.
I don't think the age thing is like matters here. I think the bigger issue is just the fact that she's upset that he has caught him looking at other females, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm sorry, people have eyes. You can't control their eyes unless I mean, I was gonna say unless you go blind them, but don't do that. That's legal.
Don't do that. Yeah, I mean, as long as he's not being disrespectful about
Yeah.
it, like, and it doesn't sound like he is. It's not like he's like ogling people in front of her, which I can understand how at one point you'd be like, all right, dude, like this is a little over the top
Yeah.
for me. Like, I'm right here. I'm in front of you. So I understand
Yeah.
there is a respect aspect of it.
Mhm.
But it doesn't sound like that's what this is. This
Yeah.
is like I don't really understand. I really don't understand what her problem is. And I don't know why she's like, wants to push it and suggest that he needs therapy, like, that's really, really
That's
weird.
really rude. And it's rude. And it's like it's
Very
probably not
rude.
true. And I mean, that's gonna offend everybody. Imagine if you were with somebody and you as a girl, they came to you and they said, I think you had problems in your childhood. It's like, excuse me?
Mhm.
I think you have daddy issues. Excuse me?
Who the
What?
fuck do you think you are? God
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, that is so rude. Yeah, this girl, in my personal opinion, she is way out of line and she needs to figure out why she's so upset by this. Also,
Oh yeah.
why is she, like you said, it probably doesn't matter the age. It probably it would be if it was anyone, but why is she so stuck on the age thing?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Like, yeah, she has a good even raisins were grapes once. She has a good relationship with a good guy and she made a mistake. Yeah, I think she needs to go to therapy and work out why this bothers her
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, I agree.
And why she actually freaked out about it. And is this more common than I realized? Girl, yes. I don't think she knows this, but MILF porn is like constantly one of the number one categories in porn. Some of the biggest OnlyFans girls and who make a lot of money on OnlyFans are middle-aged moms. Like I know girls in their 40s and 50 and like getting close to 50 who are literally making millions of dollars on OnlyFans. Like it is very, very common. Like this is it's not a weird thing. It's not unusual. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. As long as, because it sounds like he's 28, he's close to 30. The only time I think that stuff is really an issue is when I think it's weird is when the person is like 18, 19. It's like, dude, you're fresh out of high school. My dad
Yeah.
married a girl that I went to high school with. She was 18 when they met. My dad was like 40 or something like that. Yeah. And look,
Wow.
big fucking surprise. It didn't last because she was a child and then she grew up and was like, I don't want to be with this old guy. And also, I don't know who I am. I've never been with anyone else. I want to go out there and like, and that unfortunately is probably going to happen. Gigi Ziora, yes, Gigi is killing it. I fucking love Gigi. She's up for an AVN award, yes, and she's in the MILF category and she is absolutely killing it and I love it. But yeah, so that's the only time where I think age gaps can be a little bit like you can do it, I guess. I don't recommend it. But if you're 25, you're 26, you're 28, whatever. If you're a 28-year-old woman dating a 40-year-old guy, or even a 50-year-old guy, I don't give a fuck. You're 28. You're a grown ass woman. There are no issues there. I don't think all age gaps are bad, personally.
Yep.
Could be like Cecil, his girlfriend thought he was 15 years younger than he is. Well, because he was my dad, everybody knew he was older. But yeah, my dad did look younger. And also, yeah, isn't Cecil's girlfriend in her 20s too? She's an adult. She's an adult woman. She's not like graduated from high school 3 months ago, you know? Like I think that's fine. Anyway, those are my opinions on that. I don't know why this girl's upset. Yeah, she's 27. Yeah, she's a full, that's like there are zero issues there. When you date older, you have to realize the person will get even older. Yeah, and there is going to come a time, my dad is 57 or 58, I want to say. There's going to come a time when he's, 70 and then 80 and she's doesn't know what she wants. Like she was really young when they met. I don't recommend that.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird.
It's a little bit weird. She's 2 years younger than me. And I was like 20 years old when they got together and she was 18 and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Frank, no, you're not. No, Remy, we would never hate on Cecil's girlfriend. I've never actually met her, but I've seen her like interact in chat and stuff, and she is such a sweetheart. Yeah. No, I don't think Juju or Cecil's, I don't think it's weird at all. All right, so I, 20 female, just started my second week at my job. I work on a large property with multiple restaurants. My coworker, also 20 female, lives with her boyfriend. They drive together every day and he drops her off at the place she works at. She can't drive for reasons I don't know. So she asked her boyfriend to drive her to and from work. Last week, she asked me if I could drop her off at the restaurant he works at that's on property so she can wait for him to get off at 10. I said, sure, as I really don't mind that. So I did that like 3 times last week. On Monday, she was finally able to get a key to their place. So he asked me to drive her home instead of her boyfriend's restaurant. She said it was like 15 minutes away. When we started driving, I realized it's more of a 20-minute drive with traffic, as we typically get out at 5 to 5:30. She also lives in the opposite direction I live in. Also, the road she lives on is very rough terrain, very rocky and rough. I don't want to turn this to turn into a thing where I'm constantly driving her home. I don't mind on occasion taking her to her boyfriend's restaurant or something like that, but I can't be driving her to her place constantly. If this comes up, how do I politely tell her I can't? We work together every day, so don't want things to get sour, and as I don't want something like that to affect the work environment. Oh God, sorry, my reading is
Yeah.
getting worse.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, what I would do is I would just tell her, "Hey, I noticed that you live on the other side of town. Like, if you want me to drop you off, at your boyfriend's work, which is much closer and on my way home, then I'm okay doing that. But I really don't want to drive out of my way. Just be honest, set up a boundary. There's nothing wrong with that."
Yeah, there's nothing wrong at all. It's and asking her to drive for her asking you to drive 20 minutes in the opposite direction means you're adding an extra 40 minutes onto
Yeah.
your drive, and that's unreasonable. I think she needs to very politely just say, "Hey, I don't mind doing this on occasion, but this isn't something that I can do regularly because I need to
Yeah.
be home," or whatever it is. And that's a good question. Does she help with gas money?
I'm
If
sure she
she's
doesn't.
probably not.
That's my guess. I'm sure she doesn't.
Yeah, you're definitely probably right about that. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Um, Emma, that's a good question. Why did it take her so long to get a key to her own home? I don't know.
Yeah, I also wondered about that too.
That is kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, and like at first when you said, "Oh, she doesn't drive," I thought, "Oh, maybe it's like medical. Maybe she has epilepsy. Maybe she's within that time if she has epilepsy that she can't drive. Maybe she got her license suspended." But then when the whole thing was, she finally got a key to her own house, starting to wonder if the problem is more the relationship.
Mm, yeah, that's a good. Ooh, I wonder because you're right. If the fact that the boyfriend stopped taking her to and from work too, and she's relying on a coworker, kind of maybe says that he's sick of it as well.
Mhm.
Possibly. Very possibly. Um, ooh, Frank. Yeah. Frank, you can't. Frank said I had the same issue with multiple coworkers. I got my out when one of them really pissed me off and I said no more rides for anyone. Yeah, if it's not on the way, it's unreasonable for someone to
Yeah,
ask you. Personally, I would never ask someone to drive me out of their way. If it's
yeah,
on their way home or in the same area, I'd be like, "Can I
yeah,
jump in with you?" And I would still offer gas money.
yeah. Yeah, and one of the things too that I've learned is that people will take advantage of your kindness all the time. So that's why I'm such a huge proponent of setting up boundaries early, right? And speaking your mind. And it's a little bit harder more in Minnesota because there's a Minnesota nice where you don't want to be rude to somebody and say, "No, I'm not gonna drive you home. No, I'm not gonna do that," right? Because they're like, "Well, if you really want to, I'll try." Or they'll offer things because they respectful things for you to say no. So in Minnesota, they'll offer things to you 3 times, right? Because you're expected to decline like the first 2 times, right? And if they offer it to
Ah,
you a third time, then you know they really mean for you to have something, right? So
great.
yeah, in case you didn't know, that's Minnesota nice protocol, right? Versus like say for example, in like, so I don't know like how much of that is cultural. I don't know where she's at, but Minnesota does that. If you compare that to Japanese culture, if you tell somebody in Japan, "Oh, hey, I really like your watch," you're pressuring them to give you their watch so they will take it off and give it to you, because that's the societal pressure from Japanese culture, right? So like for example, my dad had like invited like one of his friends are from Japan, and they were visiting. And my dad, like my dad made the mistake of saying, oh, but like the air fryer, it might be too heavy, for you to use. So, if you want to use an air fryer, maybe you want a smaller one. He was just commenting on that, more like, hey, I'm going to give you life advice if you're considering using an air fryer in Japan. No, what this translated to his friend was, oh, he wants me to buy him an air fryer. So he got on his phone and bought him a new air fryer because that's what Japanese people do, Yeah. So just going back to the story here, I think she needs to be very clear, and set up boundaries, because people will take advantage of you very, very easily, because they know people don't like to be that mean guy.
Yeah, well, God, you're right about that. And also, I think that that's such a good point. I didn't know about the Minnesota Nice thing. That's so funny. The whole you're expected to decline the first 2 times so that you know if they really mean it or if they're just being polite,
Yeah.
which I think is that's so funny. Yeah, old nerdy, some Japanese friends might be kind of nice. But yeah, I think what was it? I saw someone said something, I completely lost it. But yeah, I do think that she didn't take into account that it's different from state to state maybe. Like I don't know what the rules are in that state, but you're right, have boundaries. Like just, say, "Hey, I can't give you I don't have the time or the resources to give you rides home every day, like, or multiple times a week."
Yeah.
Like if it's every once in a while and you're really stuck for a ride, I can, but I can't add an hour to my trip every day. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Remy, I did see that you gifted 5 memberships. Remy, thank you so very much. That is 5 new heathens that we're adding to the heathen army. We're getting so many heathens to start 2026. We're going to take over the world.
Let's go.
Thank you so much. Gordon Cadell. One went to Beowulf, one went to Evil, and one went to Mark Tipton and Spooky Tooth. I like that name. None of those people are MA. I'm still salty about it, but thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, Remy. Yay. Oh my goodness gracious. Now we're just 75 away from, oh, nope. Something else came in. Good time. 2, and Saw, another golden bird from Saw. Saw, thank you so much. He said one thing cool about subscribing to Sevvy, she will play Jackbox and Among Us and when play with her on New Year's Eve. When I played with her on New Year's Eve. Okay, got it. I may or may not have knocked her off if you join her Discord Saturday afternoon watch party for Monday night with Jay. Aw, Saw, that's so awesome. Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Huge shout out, you guys. Go also, while we're in the middle of the show, we shouldn't always wait till the end to do this. I feel like Courtney and I had this conversation. Sevvy, where can everybody find you? Go subscribe to Sevvy right the heck now.
Yeah. You can find me, if I've seen my link tree around, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, my Discord server, and then my 2 YouTube channels, which are in my link tree. So I'm more active on the gaming channel just because making legal videos take time. So when I record them, usually they're like an hour and a half, and then I need to send them to my editor for him to like bring it down and make it concise. So it takes a lot. It's more of a long process, but it's a lot easier for me just to turn on the camera and then play games.
Yeah, streaming definitely takes less prep than doing actual videos that have editing and everything. Like that's a whole other thing. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for your subs.
Yay, everybody go sub. Perfect. Remy, awesome. And there it is. Backhand spamming it in the chat. There it is. There it is. Old Nerdy's pointing it out. Let's go. Also, Dan A, thank you so much. We got a gifted membership from Dan A, and it went to Gleb Nerzen. That's an odd name. I like it. I like a weird name. Dan, thank you so much. And hi, that's another new heathen added to the heathen army. Yay! Okay, thank you so much. Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Okay, this girl, yeah, she needs to just tell him politely. Yesterday, I traveled to another country. After I arrived, I did some work, and in the evening, as I was heading to my hotel, somehow a bee got under my shirt, and I got stung a few inches under my belly button. That's so scary.
Oh, no.
It was very painful and the area got swollen. The weird thing is I got a huge boner right away. What? Last night I thought it would go away if I slept it off, but to my horror, it's still there as I woke up. Thought it might be morning wood, but nope, that effer is raging. I tried everything. I'm in another country and I have to go out now to do things as scheduled, and I have to deal with the embarrassment because I gave up. I just needed someone to assure me I'm not going to die and it will go away someday.
Go to the ER.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the emergency room. Usually, if you don't have insurance for the country you're in, call your insurance right now and get international coverage for your trip.
That's, this is
dude, ER right now, please. Like, what are you doing here? Just go now.
yeah, that is number one. I can't believe he's like, I just need someone to assure me I'm not going to die. We don't know. Go to a doctor.
Yeah, we're not doctors. Go to the ER and get seen by a professional.
This is not the type of advice that you should be getting from the internet.
Yeah, I'm concerned. That's not normal. That's not normal. That is not normal.
Yeah, now all the guys in the chat are going to be like, so what type of bee was this and where do I find it?
No, imagine. Okay, so I saw one of my guilty pleasures is I think it's called like Untold Stories from the ER. It's like super old, but it's on YouTube for free, by the way. Super old TV show, which is dramatized, so it's not like real life things. They have actors doing it and stuff. And there was they have amazing stories in there. It's so crazy. But one of the stories was about this individual who took too many blue pills and it wasn't coming down. And the concern was that because of the amount of blood flow, that it was gonna make it die off. So go to the ER, dude.
That's exactly what. That's so funny because I was just going to go to this. That's crazy. John Roberts just said it's called priapism. I don't know if that's how you say that.
I have no
It's
idea.
very serious. It can result in gangrene and amputation. So
Yeah,
that must be exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ew.
And what they do is okay, guys, close your eyes. Just like plug your ears.
Oh,
What they
no.
do, apparently, what they do is they grab a needle and then they suck the blood out.
Oh no.
Yeah. And that's the solution.
That's
But then that means you get to keep your private parts. So go to the ER.
go to the ER. Wow. Yeah, no, I've never heard of this happening from a bee sting before, but I do know that
Neither.
they warn you with the blue pill that if it lasts longer than 4 hours, you do need to go to the hospital. But I didn't know that was why. Wow.
Yeah, I learned that from Untold Stories of the ER.
Well, look at that. See, those kinds of things can be very educational. So if you're ever in that
can be.
situation, yeah, where the guy that you're with, that happens, you're like, let's go.
Yeah.
I already know about this. We got to go to get this
Yeah.
taken care of.
Mhm.
Just don't tell him he has to have a needle in his thing. God, that
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah, this is, boy, I got to tell you, I hope that guy went to the ER.
Me too.
I really hope that he went to the ER. Wow. Guys, that's so random. A bee sting right here.
That's weird.
So weird. I wonder if it hit like some kind of a nerve or if it got, maybe it swelled up and it happened.
Maybe
Yeah,
there
I
was an
don't know.
infection.
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe. So
I
strange.
have no idea.
That is such a strange one. All right, moving on. Go to the hospital. My girlfriend, 22 female, and I, 24 male, have been together for 9 months now. About 2 months into our relationship, she told me that she used to do OnlyFans to make some extra money right after she got kicked out of her parents' place. She claimed that I know that she only did it because she was broke and desperate, and she never made much money off of it. I was surprised when she told me, but she assured me she only posted solo lingerie pics and a few tasteful nudes. But she also said she stopped doing it after a year or so because she wanted to focus on building her career. This all happened before we met, so I didn't really care too much. Last week, an online friend of mine who knows both of us called me and said he had something he needed to show me. It turns out he stumbled across my girlfriend's OnlyFans account. You don't stumble across OnlyFans accounts.
Yeah.
You have to actively go look for them. And it was not what she claimed at all. She was involved in multiple hardcore scenes with different guys. And it appears that she
Oh.
was still actively posting content, as her most recent post was from a month ago. When I confronted her about it, she became very defensive. At first, she would just dodge all my questions and blame my friend calling him creepy for finding this stuff. But eventually
Big
she admitted that she was
lighting.
still, huh?
Gaslighting.
Yeah,
Blaming somebody else. Yeah.
big time gaslighting. Eventually, she admitted that she was still posting stuff because she was making a lot of money. She says that all the stuff she posts was recorded before we got together, and she just posts once every couple months to keep her subscribers from canceling. I don't know if I believe that, considering the amount of content she has posted there. She also admitted to sexting random guys in exchange for money, but she claims to never send them any pictures, and she has no feelings towards them. After she came clean about everything, she said that she would completely stop posting. I asked her to delete the account, but she said that her subs still bring in money, and if she closes the account, she won't be getting that income anymore. She also promised to stop sexting immediately. She's not. I don't know if I can continue the relationship at this point. I feel like it wouldn't have been so bad if she was upfront about it, but the fact that she lied about it puts me off. Yeah,
Yeah. Red flag. Run away.
100%
No, the
dump her.
lying, I mean, the lying is suspicious. Like, why are you lying? Like, there is, again, like, this goes back to the discussion that we had about boundaries, honesty, communication.
Mhm.
Just like, if that's the content that you do and that you choose to pursue, hey, there's a lot of people out there that do it, just be honest about it, and and you will find a right person that will, meet you where you're at. you know don't I don't think there was a reason to lie. Like, maybe she felt, I don't know if her main issue was that maybe she felt embarrassed. I really don't know exactly what reason she had for lying, but the fact that she was sexting people while being in a relationship, and they both agreed it was gonna be like a what do you call it when, like, you're not what do you call it, like, mono something.
Oh,
Instead
monogamous.
of,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
monogamous, yeah, like a monogamous relationship, then, like, then that's cheating. Like, that to me, that to me is cheating. Like, sexting somebody when you're in a relationship with somebody else, that's cheating to me. I know, like, the definition might be different for other people, but to me that would be cheating. I just wouldn't trust her. I wouldn't trust her, period. I would just say, good luck with your life, and then move on.
Yeah, 100%. I think he has to break up with her. As someone who that's what I do for a living. Is only like that's OnlyFans and streaming. And I've been with my husband for going on 11 years now. But that was actually, it was his idea. And it was a decision that we made together. And we had already been together for years and years at that point. And he knows literally everything. And he also doesn't care. Like, that's not,
Yeah.
those aren't his personal boundaries. In this situation, it's not even that she does it. It's that it's 100% that she lied about it. It's
Yeah.
100% that she lied to him. It's the lying. It's not the fact that she did it, because it sounds to me like he actually wouldn't have that big of an issue with it. He even said towards the end there, he was like, this probably wouldn't have been a big issue if she hadn't lied about it.
Yeah.
He didn't even he didn't even give or I'm sorry, she didn't even give him an opportunity to make that decision for himself, because she kept it from him, which is
Yeah.
such a disingenuous thing to do.
Yeah.
Also, Frank, he could, but it's not really about that. I really think this is 100% about the lying. He
Yeah.
needs to be
The
able
lying
to
is a problem.
Mhm. He needs to be able to make the decision for himself whether or not he wants to be with someone who does OnlyFans, because not everybody does, and I think that's okay.
Mhm.
I think that some
Yeah.
people, that's a hard boundary for them, and I don't think everyone has their line, and it's different for every person. And I don't have any issues with someone who's not comfortable with that, with their partner doing that. I don't care, because there are just as many people who are totally fine with it. And she could
Yeah.
have found, like you said, it. Maybe she was embarrassed by it. She felt like she needed to lie to be in this relationship. But it sounds to me like she needs to own what she's doing.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, another point, that relationship is just built in a throne of lies,
yeah,
right? And that's a big problem too. I mean, I think, like, what I would do if I was him is I would sit her down. I would say, I want you to know that the reason I'm breaking up with you is because you lied, and I can't trust you. There is no trust anymore. If you would have been honest about it, you know, it would have given me a chance to think about it, and maybe maybe I would have been fine with it, but because of the lies, I'm not. And maybe she will learn her lesson, and then next time around when the next guy comes in, she will be honest, and then hopefully have a healthier type of relationship.
Yeah, because there are so many guys that are totally fine with it. So many. There's so many that just don't care. For every guy who's like, "I would never do an OnlyFans chick," there's another guy who will. Like, there's
Yeah.
no this is not an issue, and she shouldn't be as concerned about it as she seems to be. Frank, I know I get that, but joining her might keep her honest. But, I think that's what bothers me about it is you shouldn't need to keep your partner honest. Like, you shouldn't need to do
Yeah.
things to, like, keep
Monitor them and then see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that means you don't trust them to me.
Yeah. Exactly. And also, people have different boundaries with OnlyFans as well. Like, I know people who are completely fine with their partner sleeping with other people for content, and that's
Mhm.
okay if they're filming it. They're like, I'm totally okay with that. If they slept with someone outside of filming for content, that would be like, there's so many different rules and ways to have relationships. You just have to figure out, Frank, aw, you poor thing. Frank, look, I'm the same. I'm also too forgiving, and I let things go, and it's something I'm working on. Um, but yeah, it's so different for everybody. And then there are people
Mhm.
who are like, yeah, I totally don't mind if my partner does OnlyFans as long as it's just solo and they're not doing it with anyone else. Or if I do it with it. There's so many different ways to do it,
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, just boundaries. So it's so funny. Every time I do this show, 99% of it comes down to communication. Every problem.
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah. Well, I mean
communication.
that's how you have a healthy relationship with yourself and with your partner.
Mhm. Yep. Agreed. For the love of God, you guys, communicate about your relationship and your boundaries and stick to them.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Wow. Stick. That was a burp. Stick to them because that's the other thing too. If you have boundaries and again, I get it. I'm forgiving too. And people make mistakes. So like I understand, but if it's something that you forgive over and over again, it becomes a pattern. They know that you're not going to do anything.
Yeah. And then they're going to take advantage of you.
Mhm.
And they're not going to take you seriously. They're not going to take your needs into account. So one of the things that becomes really important is everybody has a different love language, right?
Mhm.
In terms of like what will make you happiness, what will give you satisfaction, what will make sure that you can lead a fulfilling life, right? And if your needs are not met, you know, and you're not respected, then you're going to be unhappy in that relationship. And then that relationship becomes toxic. It's
Yeah.
not going to be good for you.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. It's hard. Being in a relationship is hard. I think Frank said it too. If you want freedom, don't be in a relationship. It's just and again, it's not to say that your partner should be controlling you or anything, but being in a relationship, being in a like a serious relationship and a marriage it's a team sport. So if you're not okay with that, don't be in one because it's going to take you having your boundaries and someone that respects them, but also you respecting your partner's boundaries, and
Yeah.
it's going to take you thinking about them and the relationship more than yourself. I know that sounds like a weird thing, but you got to think about your relationship more than yourself because if your relationship is shit and you're doing things to actively make it shit, it makes your life shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like if
It
things
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
And the whole thing about being in that relationship is you want to be with somebody that makes you better, that will
Mhm.
make you a better person, that will help you grow, that will teach you new things, right? That will make you just a better human being generally. And you can't do that if you're in a crappy, toxic relationship.
Mhm. I agree. And yeah, Frank, exactly. My wife was all about herself, not us, not the kids. Yeah, no, that's you
That's tough.
absolute yeah, that's tough. You cannot be in a relationship with someone who's like that. And that's not to say that, your partner shouldn't have their own hobbies or friends. Like those are all very healthy parts of a relationship. Um, but it's just when you do something that hurts the relationship because you want what you want, it's just gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse. Old Nerdy said, I'm hungry. Let's go to the diner. Damn it, Old Nerdy. That sounds so good. I would love to go to a diner right now. It's so hard. Oh my God. It's so hard to go from eating mode to like, I'm trying to, so this month I want to do a little bit of a cut. Nothing crazy, but I want to do like a 4-week cut. I'd like to lean out a little bit more. And then in February, start to do kind of a reverse diet. And I'm getting a bunch of dental work done. So for 3 weeks, I'm going to be on like a soft food, liquid food kind of diet. So I'm sort of forced into it anyway. I'm like, you know what? Now's a good time. It is so hard to go from the holidays where I was eating anything and everything and literally shoving cookies into my mouth like 12 hours a day. Every time I'd walk by, I'd be like, a cookie. Oh, some cheese. To go to dieting. It's terrible. I hate it. It's really hard. Sorry, I'm just gonna go into Gollum pose. Oh yeah, please. And also, I've never. Oh no, Reese, that's not good. I've never been to a Waffle House. Have you ever been to a Waffle House?
No.
I want to go so bad. Everybody talks about them like they're the greatest thing.
But they look so seedy.
They are apparently Waffle Houses. If you go at like 2 or 3 in the morning, or I think past 1 a.m. or something like that, it's just fights. It's just a whole bunch of fights. It's all fights. But Frank, it sounds like you, as painful as I'm sure that was to go through, it sounds like it's better that you're not with her, because that's awful, and I'm sorry. He said,
Oh
I
my
supported all.
God.
Yeah, he said I support all her hobbies and various groups she went to. She ended up cheating on me with someone from Al-Anon.
Oh my God.
Garbage.
Yeah, it sounds like you're better off for sure. Sometimes you have to go through pain to grow and be a better person.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It still sucks though. No one wants to go through that shit. It's horrible. Yeah, things can be crazy. That's what I've heard. I can't go to Waffle House because I can't fight. I want to, they make it looks, there's this this YouTube channel I watch called Jolly. They're just these 2 British dudes. They live in England, but they travel around mostly to the US, but to other parts of the world too, or in the UK, and just try foods they've never really had, or like go to different places and stuff like that. I mean, it's like a dream job and they do so well. But anyway, they went to a Waffle House at 2 a.m, kind of drunk, with this like Southern dude who took them. And I got to be honest with you, it looks like garbage plate food, you know, when they just throw a bunch of shit on a plate, but it looks good. It looks so good. It's like cheese and potatoes. I'm hungry. Okay, let's do another question. What's your favorite food? Sorry, we always talk about food on here. Do you have one?
Sure. My favorite food will be ajiaco, which is soup from Colombia. So each state, they call it departments. Each state in Colombia has its own different typical food. Bogota is colder climate because it's up in the mountains. So it's a potato soup. It's potato based. It has potatoes, and then you kind of put things in it. So it's kind of like a stew, but it's delicious. And it's filling. One of the things that is really good about soup is that it fills you up a lot. You don't eat a lot of it. So
the only soups that I like are soups like what you described. I don't like, like soups that are just purees.
I don't like those. Yeah,
I don't really understand
They're
them.
too thick. They're just kind of gross.
Yeah. I need like a hearty soup that's like a stew, like what you said. And potatoes. Oh, that sounds so good. Potatoes are good in everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So it's like potato soup, and you kind of put rice and avocado and whatever meat you want, you can put in it and everything. It's delicious. It's so yummy. It's really easy, and then it just lasts you forever.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you can make a big batch of, and then you can eat it the whole week. It's great. That's my kind of cooking right there. I want a batch food that I can eat over the week, because I'm not cooking every night. I'm not doing it.
And one of the cool things too about it, like if you can put vegetables inside, and then because it's soup, then all the minerals and vitamins of the vegetables stay in the broth. Ooh, so then it just makes it a lot better, and it's way healthier than just eating a burger or waffles or anything like that. Oh, my tracking camera thing got turned on. Every time I like raise my hand, it'll get turned on. It'll start to follow me around.
I was wondering that because it was sort of moving this way and then it was moving that way. And I was like, that's cool having a move. I didn't know if you had someone moving it though to like keep you centered. That's so funny.
No, my camera is on a tripod because it's like 5-pound heavy camera. I can't put it on front of my monitor, so it's on a tripod. But it has this like auto tracking, which is really cool because it can also track animals. So so you could have it like track animals or objects or people.
I love that. So you could put it in your yard and anything like animal that walk by, it will follow. Oh my God. You could get some great raccoon videos.
That would be fun.
I would love that.
But if you're interested, I'll send you the recipe so you can look at it.
I would love that actually. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's also, I know we talked about this earlier. I have a hard time with winters. They're rough. They're rough on my Hawaiian ass blood. It was, I know I don't look it, but half my family is super brown. I just ended up looking a lot like my dad. And he's just very white. But my mom, it's so funny. I showed a picture of my mom to Naeem, who's my co-host, and he was like, Jesus Christ, she looks native. I was like, yeah, well, she is. So on the inside, I'm Hawaiian and I grew up there. I spent my whole life there. So winters, I still have a really hard time with winters. So I need a lot of warm, cozy things to eat to like keep me warm and cozy. So I love the sound of that.
The amazing thing about ahiaku is that you can really customize it to fit your needs and whatever like dietary needs you might have too. Because again, like you can put stuff in and then like because it's soup, the minerals and all the vitamins and everything will stay in the soup, and then you can take stuff out that you don't want.
Also, another fun thing about Hawaii is we eat rice with everything. So the fact that you were like, we put rice in it, I'm like, fabulous.
Oh, yeah. And one of the things, too, that is interesting is a lot of people assume that Colombians eat the same as Mexicans, which is not true.
No.
We don't eat anything spicy at all.
Really?
Never. I can't do spicy at all. Like if I eat a lot of spicy, I will break out rash. Yeah.
Wow.
So the food that we tend to eat is just potatoes and rice. So Colombia, because it's in the equator, the temperature doesn't change, right? So the what changes the temperature is where you are at relative to the level of the sea, right? So Bogota is really high up in the mountains, so weather is about 50 degrees all the time. Because I saw somebody in chat, it's like, well, you're South America, you should like the hot weather. It's like, I'm from Bogota. That's a difference.
It's in the mountains. Yeah, totally different thing. Yeah.
So what they end up making is they end up making a lot of potatoes and a lot of rice. So that's what I grew up eating.
Oh, after my heart. I have an uncle that eats rice with his spaghetti. He literally will have a plate of spaghetti and then he puts white rice on the side of it. My sister and I always laugh at him. It's so funny.
Oh my God. Yeah, I will send you this.
Thank you. I love this.
I will send you this, and then you can tweak it however you want.
Yeah, that sounds fabulous. I love it. Because you can put meat. Soups are soup. They're such a great thing. Rod, yes, I will choose soup for you. I will give you a healthy dinner. I always, whenever I choose Rod Tholomew, who's in chat, anytime I choose his dinner, he's like, we've used to do this when I streamed earlier too. He'd come in and he's like, okay, time for you to choose my dinner tonight. And I would choose his dinners. But I'm horrible and I just want to live vicariously through him. So I'm like, yeah, get chicken tenders, get burgers from McDonald's. Like I give him the worst food recommendation. Like not they taste good, but so unhealthy. At some point I need to be like, hey, have a salad. But I never do that. So soup is a good one. No soup for you.
Oh, no, it can get really weird if you're really, really hungry and say if you're dieting. So girls would understand this more. Where you can't eat something, so you'll go to other people and be like, "How did it taste? How did it taste? How did it smell?" I was that friend. I was like, "How did it smell? How did it taste? Tell me everything about it."
Describe it.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh my God, stop!" But when you're really, really hungry, when it gets to that point and you're dieting, you're really, really hungry. You live vicariously through other people.
Yes, 100%. The other
Yeah.
thing that will probably, I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of people do, is watch food stuff. Like when I'm really hungry, I watch people eat delicious food and just
Mhm.
talking about how good it is. It's like a weird kind of torture. I don't know why I
Yeah,
do
it's like
it
a
to
weird obsession.
myself.
Well, it's because like your head and like your mind is thinking about food. So it's like, you can't eat it. Well, you'll at least look at it
Yeah.
and smell it or make it for other people. How do you
Yeah.
just make the soup? I will put it in chat. How about that?
Oh, thank you. That's amazing. Yeah, I think
I
a
did
lot of
send you the recipe, by the way.
the people watching thank you so much. You're amazing. I love it. I'm so excited. All right, you know what? Oh, it's 10:54. Wow, this went by really quickly. I know you have your amazing your stream after this. Thank you so
Yes.
much for coming on and doing the show. This was so much fun. Anytime you're available, I would love to have you back.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yay.
100%. Yeah,
Where can
I will
everybody
send you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'll send you. I'll send you a DM. Let's talk offline. I would love to
Yay.
come back. This was really fun.
This was so much fun. You're awesome. Guys, go follow Sevvy. She is smart. She's beautiful. She plays video games. She's not good at cooking, but that doesn't matter because she plays video games.
Yeah, my
Go
question number one when I go on a date is, can you cook?
because one of us needs to.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be me. Where can everybody find you? I know we just did this, but we got to do it again. Everybody, please go
Yeah.
subscribe. Linktree is in the chat, but Sevvy, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on my Instagram, which is Sevvy Luv. My Twitter, which is Sevvy707, and my YouTube channel, which is Sevvy Luv, and with a U, and then my legal channel, which I promise to start recording for, which is Legally Sevvy. Work has been kind of crazy because it's end of the year, so a lot of new laws became effective yesterday. So it's been absolutely insane. So I'm hoping that when things kind of calm down and I don't have to work in the evenings, that I'll be able to record more. Check it out.
Oh my God, having to learn all those new laws. I have a lot of respect for your brain. There's no way my brain would be able to work like that. It would be like you want me to learn and memorize more things. No.
I will challenge you because I think you will be brilliant at it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Okay. All right.
Don't sell yourself short.
That's so sweet. Thank
From
you.
everything I have heard about you and what I have seen, I think you're really smart, and I don't think you should put yourself down.
That's so sweet. This is how you start 2026. People being so nice to each other. Look, I'm doing Gollum pose. Thank you so much. That was so kind. That, you know what? I do need to start talking to myself better. And that was another little intention of mine, was to talk to myself nicer in 2026. We're working on it.
Well, there you go. I'll be your voice of reason.
Thank you. I also want a huge thank you to everybody who donated tonight to getting us to bikini 336, the first bikini of the new year. Oops. And huge thank you to Backhand, RJP, Franklin, Saw, Franklin again, 2 in a row from Blood of Heroes, Healer, Franklin again, Saw again, and then we had a whole bunch of gifted subs tonight from John Roberts. We had some from we had one from Dan A. We had some, was it Franklin that also did gifted memberships as well? I know Remy did some gifted memberships. Oh my gosh, there were so many tonight. So many gifted memberships. Thank you so much to everybody who gifted memberships. I'm so sorry. I hope I remembered everybody. I know there was someone I didn't. Reese did. I know gifted membership tonight as well. Yeah, sorry. I think that's everybody. But thank you all so much for Remy. Yeah, Remy, Frank. Okay, he has OCD. That's right. All right. Thank you guys so much. You guys are all wonderful. I love all of you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys on Sunday for snacks. Oh, wait, I always do this. Hold on. I have to end the stream and then hit okay. Okay. Bye.